Thank you for your interest in the mounting of the dorma-cs80-magneo. In the next few minutes, we would like to show you, with the aid of two different mounting examples, how easily the cs80-magneo can be mounted. Before you open the package and start mounting, please have a look at the label on the front side. It indicates dimensions that will later be required to determine the fixing holes for the operator. So please keep the label for later reference or copy the relevant information. Apart from the cs80-magneo, this package contains all required accessories for wall mounting. The cs80-magneo is provided with a power outlet as standard. However, it can also be equipped with permanent power supply. Before mounting, the power supply should be installed by others and de-energized. Please see the enclosed instructions for the exact location and layout of the permanent power supply. In case you prefer permanent power supply, you first have to remove the power outlet inside the operator. In order to do so, please relax the screws of the end stop on the side of the control unit and move the end stop to the center of the operator. Neither remove the end stop nor screw it tight. Now unfasten the screw at the lid of the power supply housing. Then detach the lid. Please note that you will require the lid at a later point. Take the tip of a small screwdriver to open the lid of the control unit housing. When you have relaxed the respective screws at the connection terminals and at the protective earth, you can remove the power outlet. Like the operator packing, also the door panel bears a label indicating the required dimensions to determine the fixing holes. Please also write down these dimensions or keep the label until you have completed the mounting of the door panel. With the aid of the enclosed instructions, you can now determine the required dimensions to position the mounting bracket. For systems with door frame, you first have to install an optional shim plate. You will find all required dimensions in the table. It is essential for the complete mounting of the system that the mounting bracket and the shim plate are located at the exact positions. Our mounting example is equipped with a shim plate. After all dimensions have been determined, locate the shim plate at the correct position. Now you can mark all required fixing holes through the holes in the shim plate. Then drill two holes apart from each other and fix the shim plate to the wall with the respective dowels and screws. The enclosed dowels and screws are suitable for concrete and brickwork. You will have to use appropriate fixing material and procedures for all other substructures. At this point, it is essential that you abide exactly by the stipulated dimensions, so double-check and readjust if required. Use the enclosed distance plate to compensate uneven walls and discrepancies regarding the clearance with respect to the door frame. The shim plate is also used as drilling template and need not be removed as long as you stick to all dimensions. The next step is to drill all further fixing holes through the holes in the shim plate and to insert the respective dowels. Proceed with the mounting bracket as described above when no shim plate is required. The shim plate is equipped with metric internal threads that match the fixing holes of the mounting bracket. In case the shim plate is not mounted flush with the door frame, we have enclosed distance plates to compensate this discrepancy. Fix the mounting bracket to the shim plate with the aid of the enclosed screws. The next step is to turn the threaded door panel connections at the operator until the clearance between the carrier and the door panel connection amounts to 10 mm. When using dorma-cs80 single-point fixings, like in our example, you do not require the door panel connections. It is essential to unscrew and remove them at this point. Before you can mount the operator below the fixing bracket, please adhere the 3 enclosed pieces of felt equally over the bracket. In order to reach all fixing holes of the operator, you will have to move the carrier several times. Now you can fix the operator with the respective self-locking screws. The screws have to be tightened with a force of 8 Nm. Our mounting example is equipped with permanent power supply. Following lead L1 and N have been cut to length, and the insulation has been removed. Connect the leads to the connection terminals of the CS80-magneo. Lay the protective earth through the control unit housing and connect it to the respective terminal. The protective earth is indispensable. Now replace the lid of the power supply housing and screw it down tight. A matching operator cover is included in the dorma-cs80-magneo accessory. Depending on the optionally installed activators, you have to prepare the cover at this point. Our mounting example is equipped with infrared motion detectors on both sides. First, the drill holes for the detector must be transferred onto the cover with the aid of the enclosed template. Please ensure that the detector is located in the center of the passage area when the cover is mounted. Then drill the hole for the cables and ensure that there are no burrs. Adhere the cable to the back of the cover with double-faced adhesive tape and ensure it is positioned straight and points towards the side of the control unit. Following the mounting of the infrared motion detectors, you can fit the end caps into both ends of the cover. Now, fix the enclosed self-adhesive pieces of foam rubber equally onto the inside of the operator cover. After all activator cables have been laid through the hole in the control unit housing, you can fix the cover. You have to mount all further optional activators, also those on the opposite side, before you fix the cover. As soon as all activators have been connected to the connection terminals inside the control unit housing, you can close the lid of the control unit housing. Move the end stop on the side of the control unit to the end of the track rail and fix it loosely. Make sure it does not project the rail. The enclosed black wall connection profiles are fixed below the operator. The last profile has to be cut to length. Now the glass fixings have to be mounted to the door panel. Our mounting example is equipped with dorma-cs80 single-point fixings. Position the door panel below the operator so that you can connect it to the carrier. The clearance between the wall and the door panel must not exceed 8 mm and must be equal. Then mount the enclosed floor guide. Take the bottom part of the floor guide and locate the plastic surface behind the door panel. Then push until the door panel is flush with the wall. Now mount the upper part and the cover. You can mark the fixing points through the holes. When aligning the door system, you must ensure that the door runs smoothly, does not rub. Depending on the prevailing glass fixings, you can now align the door panel so that it is parallel and adjust the admissible floor clearance with the aid of the different screws. The clearance should amount to at least 6 mm, but not more than 8 mm. Now you should double check and, if required, readjust all stipulated dimensions, like the clearance to the floor and the walls. Adjusting the end stops to the correct position is very simple. When you have relaxed the screws of the end stop, just move the door to the desired end position. Then position the end stop next to the door and screw it down tight. Proceed with the other side as described above. Ensure that the end stops do not project the track rail. There are 8 dip switches and 2 potentiometers at the control unit of the CS80-magneo. They are designed to activate and deactivate optional components. You can furthermore perform individual adjustments regarding the door's driving behavior. Have a look at the enclosed installation instructions for further details. In the course of the commissioning, the dorma-cs80-magneo performs a full automatic learning cycle. In order to start this cycle, you have to connect the door system to the power supply. Then activate the operator via the main switch at the control unit. Now press and hold the reset button until the door starts the learning cycle. The door will perform several opening and closing cycles until the learning cycle is completed. Now the dorma-cs80-magneo is ready for operation. Install recessed door grips with transparent silicone so that you can comfortably move the door panel by hand. The last step is to fix the screw covers of the dorma manet single-point fixings. Apart from infrared motion detectors, dorma offers further optional activators. Depending on your individual requirements or structural conditions, you can also realize comfortable and customized door applications. For example, with remote controls, push buttons or handheld transmitters. dorma-cs80-magneo, the comfortable application for interior doors.